Are you a service-based business owner looking to increase profits to fund your lifestyle? Well, this podcast is for you. We bring you inspirational guests sharing actionable tips to solve many of the struggles you face each and every day. And now, over to your host, Paul Higgins.
Hi, Paul here. Before we get into the show, would you like to make a great first impression on LinkedIn? If so, I have something just for you. When people search for your name on Google, your LinkedIn profile will normally come up first. Before meeting someone for the first time, how often do they view your LinkedIn profile? For many coaches and consultants I begin to work with, their profiles don't do them any justice. I've created a simple solution where you can whip your profile into shape to have your best foot forward when attracting new clients on LinkedIn. Go to blgdownload.com, so that's blgdownload.com to get your 5 killer tips today. Hello to the Build, Live, Give Solo podcast, episode number 306. If it's your first time, welcome. And if you love what you hear, please subscribe now. For both existing and new listeners, I'm a bit nasally today. I've got a severe head cold. It's not COVID. We are in lockdown at the moment in Melbourne, Australia, as I'm recording this. But it's just a head cold. It's moving through, but it does make me sound a little different to how I normally sound. But either of you can go and listen to the guide on episode 0.5. And if you are a regular, I really appreciate your support. I love to listen to podcasts, as you do, and always have follow-up questions. If you're the same, just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/questions and lodge yours, and I promise to answer it. Please check out past shows on your favorite platform. Just search Build, Live, Give. And I wonder, what platforms you're using. You're using Spotify. I use a little app that I normally talk about in my interviews called Pocket Cast. That's great. But I'd love to know what you're listening to. And a big shout out to Wes for their question on how I can get more views on LinkedIn. So they basically approached me and said, look, how can I get more views, just not for myself, but one of their clients? So today's topic is how to be seen by 3 million people on LinkedIn. And you'll learn the 5 actions to get seen on this amazing B2B platform. So in February 2019, I had a kidney transplant from my best mate, an amazing gift, and it just keeps giving. And then in May of the same year, I decided that now it's time to start marketing myself again. I was a little bit, reserved because of, having major health issues, but it was time now to open up. So I reached out to a guy called Joshua B. Lee, and he's a guru or LinkedIn guru for some of the gurus in our industry. I can't name them, but I took some things that he taught me, which was brilliant, and then started posting organically. And from then until now, I've just tipped over 3 million views. And people might say, "Look, isn't that vanity?" And look, I hear and I understand that, but you also get clients from it, right? Because people that view don't necessarily always like and comment. In the last 4 months alone, I've got over $100,000 in revenue just from people that have either seen a post, reached out to me the first time, been referred to someone. They've seen a post and said, "Hey, you need to speak to Paul." Or the other one is where old networks have come back and said, "Look, I now see what you're doing. I want to do that," etc. So it's not a bad exercise for 15 minutes 3 times a week when I post. So I was asked to do a review, as I said, for a consulting business owner and look at their posts, and they were doing a lot of effort, not getting a lot of returns. So I gave them the feedback under 5 key areas, and I want to give those to you. So I won't go into the specifics of their profile, but I'll give you the key ones. So number 1 is theme. And, I read through a month of posts for this particular person. I could see there was no clear theme. So their profile was clear, but their posts weren't. So certainly get them aligned. And there are 9 themes you can use to engage people, right? And I recommend picking, at least 3 of them that you change out. So I'll quickly go through them. One is relatable stories. So for example, how LinkedIn messages suck, because everyone knows that. The next is, or another one could be, what I learned from picking a marketing expert. The next is thought-provoking. Referrals is the only way to get sales. That's an example of that. The next is open-ended questions. What is your SSI score on LinkedIn. Not everyone knows it. Show how to get it, and then get them to post their score in the comments. You're asking open-ended questions, and polls sort of fit in that as well. Personal moment. So for me, when I spoke about my kidney transplant and then getting people to please donate their organs, ego bait. So this is where you might mention top 10 podcasters. So the people that you listen to, and that's basically drawing their audience to your post, and it's also, giving them a wrap for what they do. Hacks or tips. So for example, it might be how to structure a sales call, a controversial post. So Facebook ads are a waste of time and money. And then the last one is giveaways. And I really love this one where you may give them so I do a sales call template, and I say comment sales below, because comments are worth double what a like is on LinkedIn in the way that the algorithm works. So you can actually get those themes. I went through them pretty quickly. Just go to buildlivegive.com/theme. So number 2 is format. So and this is sort of the order that I think works best. So text only works really well. And a lot of people go, no, surely, an image or a photo works better. No, believe me, text only posts work the best and performing well. And when I looked at this person's profile, they hadn't done any text only posts. The next is text and a PDF post. So the algorithm works on dwell time. So if you have like a 10-page PDF, so you upload that and people spend time going through that, that's going to definitely help you get higher views and rank higher in the algorithm. So that's the text and PDF. And just go to my profile and you'll see some examples of that. Next is polls. When people select the option, you can actually see which option they've selected. Then you can reach out to them specifically around the option they took. So that's really cool. Photos are good, but they don't work as well as a PDF. And really, I only do it when I've got something personal, so a photo of me, because otherwise it just looks like a promotion and wallpaper, and LinkedIn algorithm doesn't love them. Last one's a video, so 1 to 2 minutes max, add captions, and I recommend Clip Scribe, so CLIP Scribe, and that's a great format to go in. And once again, look at my posts as an example. So I'm going through these pretty quickly. Number 3 is intriguing statements. So have a statement above the fold in the post on the desktop. So what I always do is I have the statement, and then I have 5 to 6 spaces that I create so that the body of it is below the see more, right? And that creates intrigue, right? And just think of yourself as a journo. Like, what would stop you from viewing to open to like or comment or read more? Do that. And so many times I just see people sort of shove everything at the top, and it's boring, right? If it's boring, people won't open it. So before I go into 4 and 5, I'd like to talk to you about leadjet.io. Ever looked at a LinkedIn profile and had to manually put the information into Sales CRM? It's a pain. Ever sent someone a message on LinkedIn and had to copy and paste into your Sales CRM? Whether it's you or your team doing it, it's a waste of time. So no more with leadjet.io. It does both of these activities automatically for you, and it syncs with most of the major sales CRMs, and they're constantly improving them. So at the moment, Copper, Pipedrive, HubSpot, Salesforce, etc. So why not check it out for yourself? Go to buildlivegive.com/leadjet. So the number 4 is post content, right? And, to be honest, it really should be a story, right? You want to engage people. So the headline captures them, yes, but then you want to sort of engage with them. And, make it as if you were wanting to read it yourself, and write much more about them than about you, and have sort of maximum 2 sentences a paragraph, so it's really easy to read, especially because most people are reading it on their mobile. Make sure which default gives you plenty of white space. Also ask a question to get them to comment, because as I said, remember, comments are worth double what a like is. So make sure you're always asking a question to comment. Use 3 to 9 hashtags and use large following. So often I see people that create their unique one, and that just won't get any, because once you trigger the algorithm, then it expands in the hashtags that you've used. And a consistent signature. And ultimately, if you want to see all of this in practice, just go to Paul Higgins Mentoring on LinkedIn, or you can go to blgprofile.com and get that. So last but not least, number 5 is comments, right? Because people have taken the time and effort to do it. You want to reward them. So go back and like and comment on those. You mightn't do all of them if you've got lots of comments, like I get hundreds of comments sometimes, but certainly for your ideal clients, you want to do that. And then you want to reply to them with the exact comment. If they're not a first connection, send a request talking about it. If they are, send that exact post and what they commented on and engage with them, right? I think that's really important, and that's going to help because the algorithm, as I said, is worth, that's right, 2 versus 1. So top line, 5 things that we 5 things that we went through today. And then the first one is theme. The second is formats. Third, intriguing statement. 4 is post content, and 5 is comments. And I will be doing this as a post on LinkedIn. So please follow me and connect with me to get that. And also I'm measuring all of my results, those 3 million views on shieldapp.ai. All of those links will be in the show notes. 3 actions from today. I think my voice is just lasting. 1 is look at my posts, as I said, to really see, why I'm getting 3 million views. The second is implement 1 action from the 5 that we went through today. And the third is get the themes at buildlivegive.com/theme. Okay, you can get all the links, as I said, in the show notes. Just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast. It's episode 306, or in the app that you're listening to. Listen to episode 0.5 if you're new, and if you know someone interested in building their authority and gaining revenue, which is most important, please share this with them. They'll love you for it. Please take action to build, live, and give.
Thanks for listening to the Build, Live, Give podcast. If you like what you heard, please share it and leave us a review. It would mean the world to us.